Good evening, fellow Toastmasters.
Good evening.
I am Toastmaster Shanwas, being the subject at arms for today's meeting. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 185th meeting of Mussafah Toastmasters Club. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, discipline, self-confidence, and personal growth. As a protocol of Toastmasters International, you are requested to keep away from 3 taboo topics: sex, religion, and politics. Before we kick off the meeting, let me request everyone to either switch off your mobile or put it in silent mode to avoid distraction. Thank you. Also, you are requested to be seated comfortably until you are called. With this note, I would like to invite our President Toastmaster Vivek Ayyappan for the opening address.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
I think all are busy with their notes and preparation for the meeting. So it's nice to meet again, given this summer vacation. The strength is very less, however, we can arrange and we can conduct the meeting. That is very great advantage. Last minute somebody called me and asked me whether we have to cancel or not. I thought maybe many people are calling and telling them today not coming, I am not feeling well. So the TME may be little bit worried about. But I thought that minimum 7 people is there. We will conduct a meeting. This is what we Toastmasters have to follow. Even if I think a little bit late from my side, I was here because all the way I forgot the laptop. So, welcome to meeting number 185. This month, very important to us, this month and next month, we need to add 5 more members to achieve Smedley Award from Toastmasters International. So please all members, executive committees, to bring 1 members enough for us to achieve our target. Especially our BP membership is on vacation till September 12. So we have to reinstate his positions with each of our exco members to compensate with and add members. Regarding another earlier VP Public Relations requested the magazines. So I request all of our members to participate and contribute their articles, whatever stories, short stories. So we can publish our first magazines in the month of October. I hope everybody will contribute and we will arrange a committee for that, for arranging the magazine and especially for evaluating and editing the magazines. I think we have published the magazine in 2015. After that, last 3 years, we could not make it possible. So I hope and we will do our best for publishing this year 3 magazines at least, or maximum 3 magazines, at least 1. Now there is an international convention going to happen in Chicago next week. Our district Toastmasters are already going there with their proxy vote for electing our new president. Anybody is participating? From our club, I have noticed that the other club members are participating. Maybe the members are flying to free tickets and flying to Chicago so they can attend. hopefully one day, or in next year, some of them us should go to international, wherever Chicago or any other country. I think international is always conducted in America. I'm also previously thrilled to find a ticket. Then I check the cost. Then I withdraw my interest now. And there is one more award, Golden Quarter Awards, for sponsoring a new club. Our senior members can sponsor a new club and achieve.
We are not getting people for this. You don't want any copy.
Maybe some other Emirates we can open.
We have to discourage opening a new club.
Every year, Toastmasters International getting new members, new clubs. By that way, they can message their ideas and communication and leadership people to more people. Now, regarding the success story, there are 5 things strong leaders do. We are all strong leaders, that is why we are here. So what is that 5 things strong leaders do? I think you all have the sheets. Prepare to win. This is one of the important things strong leaders do. New team members need to understand where they fit in the organization. Your job is not only to explain your work expectation, but also to find out how they expect to grow and what they need from you to achieve that growth. In my company, new CEO joined in December last. He's from Germany. So he conducted immediately prepare to win. He arranged a team from existing employees and hiring with the new and team building he conducted. I could attend that meeting. That is why I told you last time. So when I check this all files, he done all these files. That means he's a strong leader and a leader to prepare to win. The second thing, correct mistake immediately. Third one, make your team a priority. Today, the CEO is called meeting. I have seen first time. He called all the employees, even the labor, sweepers, tea boys in his meeting. And he was delivering a meeting in our company. And he's explaining what is current situation, what is his plans, and what is our achievements. All are very impressed. And he's asked all the members to share your ideas with to get success. Even maybe a small idea will get success for organization. So he make priority to your team members. Encourage communication between all members. So we here in our club also, I request all members to attend the expo meetings and other meetings. Then only we can encourage communications and reward success and discipline. So we are also here doing rewarding the successful peoples by trophy. And discipline, we are not. We are no pupils.
Those who are not attending, they are fine.
We have to apply that. Anyway, these are good things. And let us call for our today's captainship, Toastmaster Rashid, for driving the entire meeting. With this note, meeting number 185, I declare open.
We had a drop or low situation for this meeting. In fact, my leg was broken last Friday. I was thinking to withdraw myself from the meeting, but when seeing the attendance, and we already cancelled one meeting the last week, before the last week. And next week's situation we cannot say because it's a long holidays are coming, so we should make it this time. There is something called continuity management, business continuity management. In any situations, how we can go with our process. So suddenly it came to my mind also. So I made a small presentation. We'll discuss it later. So going to the agenda, there is small corrections in the agenda. Photo of the meeting today will be done by Toastmaster Jamal Sidana. And coming to the prepared speeches, TM Deepak is no more, he is not coming today. And the other two projects will be delivered. For the evaluators, since TM Deepak is cancelled and TM Puran Rai is also not there, so TM Ashraf will be evaluated by TM John Thomas and TM Vivek will be evaluated by TM Jamal Sidana. So TM Jamal Sidana is having a double role and TM Nofal also. So today, unfortunately, we have no guest. So we will go to the.
Is there any tabletop evaluator?
No, not required.
Not required.
Today there is no tabletop. And I noticed that last few meetings we don't have Toastmaster roles, and even in the agenda we are not mentioning. So maybe next time we need to add this. So we have our timer today, TM Venkatesh. So I request TM Venkatesh to explain the timing also.
Good evening, senior Toastmasters and fellow members. Timer. As timer, I am responsible for monitoring time for each meeting segment and each speaker. I will also operate the time signal indicating to each speaker how long he or she has been talking. Toastmaster speeches have strictly set times. Green card will be shown when the speaker has reached the minimum number of minutes. The yellow card at the intermediate time and the red card at the maximum time allowed. Thank you.
Everything in life is set by time, and especially when it comes to our marriage, retirement. Okay, next our Harpounder, Wordmaster and Grammarian. These three roles are reading by one TM Nofal today. Let us welcome TM Nofal.
Toastmasters, good evening. Fellow Toastmasters and guests. A warm good evening. Good evening, As a wordmaster, I am responsible for providing the word of the day at the meeting. The word of the day should be a word that will help members increase their vocabulary, a word that can be incorporated easily in every conversation. And today's word is, I already stated there, is a orgulous. It's an adjective word is that. It's actually it is it's a negative meaning is that one. It's like an arrogant or something is a haughty. The people are making self-esteem when they are talking with the people. If they have any type of any skill or they want to just self-boasting. Yes, for instance, I have enough money or anything. Just I want to show to the others. This type of area we can use that word, especially that in orgulous.
We can say, especially we are driving in the vehicle in the road, someone is crossing that in our line, that time we are saying how arrogant is, we are normally using. There we can say how orgulous that person is. Such kind of the usage is that. And there is, all detail is mentioned there and examples also there. So maximum try to use in the entire session. As a word master is that. And the next role is grammarian. As the grammarian, I am responsible for commenting on language use during the course of the meeting. Throughout the meeting, I will be listening everyone, word usage, writing down and word use, misuse of the language. And I will also write down used the word master did, that I already explained. That is the role of a grammarian. And the same next role as an accounder. The purpose of the accounder is not to any word of the sound used as a crutch anyone who speak during the meeting. I will notice that and after that I will report it. Thank you.
When our president started to speak about new CA joint, I thought it's about orgulous, but it's a fantastic and very simple CA that called upon meeting even to see person. Looking to the fourth point, we can see the encourage communication. So vocabulary, strongest vocabulary, make a communication very attractive. So TM Nofel will be doing that also. Coming to the table topic master, I invite Mr. TM Shanavas to explain the rules.
Good evening, Toastmasters. I am your table topics master for today. This is a fun portion of the meeting and it allows us to practice our impromptu speaking skills. Table topics also allows every member who does not have any speaking roles to deliver some speech in the meeting. So today I have prepared some topics and I will explain more about that when the session starts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, TM Shanavas. So, is there anybody who can crack a joke?
I can give a story. I can tell one story if you permit.
Yeah, please.
Good evening, senior Toastmasters, fellow members.
Good evening.
Today I got one story. Just I read in my, when I reading some books, I got this story. The topic of this purpose-driven life. The story title is Driven Life. In a village, a farmer had two pots. Used to carry water from the river to his house. Two pot has one pot is very fine, it has no defect. The second pot has some crack and holes. This farmer used to carry the two pots in the early morning to bring water from river to his house. One pot is a complete fine, it doesn't have any defect. The second pot has defect. So when the farmer carries the water in the pot, the first pot has served the purpose, second pot is not able to serve the purpose since it has leaks and it has weakness. So after 6 years, the pot used to cry. Every day the pot goes to the river and comes back to the house, the pot used to cry. So after 6 years, the cracked pot opened his mouth and speak to his master. Master, I am not serving your purpose. Still why you are carrying from one point to other point, which is useless for anyone. Even I can't carry a small quantity of water which can be served for you. Then the master said, sorry, this pot said, either you dump me or I dump myself. Then the master said, yeah, I know you have weakness. Just tomorrow when we are coming back from the river, just look outside. So the next day morning, the farmer went there and took some water in both the pots. When the crack pot open his eyes and see outside, on his side, the complete way was filled with flowers, so bloom flowers. Then the master said, yes, I know that you have weakness, and I made use of that weakness so that 6 years before I seeded the plant seeds. So now you water them for almost 6 years, and you can see your path is full of very flourish and the presentable. So the message of the story is, if you have good master, if you have good guidance, if you have good friends, your life can be transformed to a purpose-driven life. This is the message of the story. So whenever we have any weakness or strength, we don't want to worry about all this negativity. Just we can transform to a meaningful life with the proper guidance and proper friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Vendesh. Team Vendesh. Nice work.
Yeah, this is the message.
Now you crack a joke.
Yes.
Now today we have 2 thoughts of the day. Thoughts of the day.
So we have
2 more. We will be confused which thought to follow.
no, TM Jamal Sidina has a challenge anyway. So we will go again to the role plays. General evaluator or ex-president TM Rajesh Palikari. I would like to invite him to explain the rules.
Toastmasters President and fellow members, good evening. As a general evaluator, I will be observing the whole session from the beginning to end. And I will be evaluating every role player except for the project speakers, because project speaker will be evaluated by the evaluators. I don't want to evaluate any of the project speakers. And at the end of the meeting, I will give my report. In my report, even if some arguelous Toastmasters behaves arguelessly, I might report that as
So everybody should be very careful today. Our next role player is TM Jamal Sidina. He just came after the vacation and taking double role today. I welcome Mr. TM Jamal Sidina to explain.
Toastmasters of the day, fellow members, good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
And I'm very happy that I'm back again to Mussafah Toastmasters Club after my vacation. If you allow me, the thought of the day today I'm going to share, it's not a lesson, it's actually a safety talk. In my company, we stopped the work for the last 3 days or 4 days. And I think everyone can guess the reason.
Sandstorm, bad
Weather, the heat. It was very hot. And you all know that in UAE nowadays, temperature is so high. So it's very important, not only for the work. We have colleagues on the work side, our friends, we need to take care of them. We have also our outdoor activities that we will do, especially in the next coming holidays. So we'll be out under the sun. So there is a medical condition called heat stress. Anyone knows what is heat? What does it mean, heat stress? Okay. Heat stress is a medical condition that's caused by long exposure to sun or to heat. As a reaction, our body will give sweat, water, correct? Sweating. Continuous sweating will lead that the body cannot control its own temperature. So this will transform to the body getting weak. There are many stages, last of them called heat stroke, which can kill someone if medical attention is not obtained properly. So the message what I'm going to is just a matter of awareness. Because in UAE there is a law, during summer there is something called mid-break. Summer mid-break, which companies must close from 15th of June till 15th of September from
12:30 to
12:30 to 3. There is a time from 12 to 3. Unfortunately, we are not following because of some reason, but anyway, that's the law. So the message is, we need to spread the word that the heat is danger to the life of people working and directly under sun, especially our workforce, our family going out. In UAE last year, and I think you must have read this in news, it happened I think for 3 or 4 years. Some people, they forget kids inside closed vehicle and they died. So this is because of the heat. So during the summer, we need to enjoy, but at the same time, there are other factors that we need to look at, and one of them is the heat. So that's the only message, and over to you.
Thank you, TM Jamal Sidina, for a helpful and what you can say, it is suit the time situation right now what is going on. I would like to add one small point that I listened before. I was attending like this one seminar. Normally we used to drink water when we get thirst. But in this situation when we are going out, before evaporating our body, we need to take water, even we are not thirsty. So that will be very helpful. So before going to the main roles, I have some suggestions.
That's right.
So this is business continuity management, BCM. Anybody can say what it is?
Kickstart the processes again after a disruption.
And you have 8 members, still you are doing that.
Recently we are hearing a lot of
crisis management.
crisis management. Kickstart business immediately after disaster.
Disruption.
Disruption.
A major disruption.
Major disruptions.
Effectively continue the business without disruption.
Yeah, actually this meaning, I thought that it's meaning like when some disaster is happened, we need to fix the disaster management act like Venkatesh said. But this word means the continuation of business process during the disaster time without interrupting any disasters in our daily process. Beautifully our TM John Thomas said this. What is BCM? What is not a BCM? Not to continue business after starting operating. Last week we had a meeting in the company. Our business development manager asked us about one ISO certification regarding BCM. It's called BCM. If we are going for the higher certification, like there is recently SKIA award that is called Abu Dhabi's Sheikh Khalifa. One of the criteria was this: our companies won the silver awards. We are looking for the next level. BCM certification is must for every company, especially during the summer seasons. There is many accidents are happening due to cold weather, heat, and many things. So a BCM is not that to continue business after you established or sustain your business or to increase your business. No. And not that is not a disaster management plan. The immigration is not a disaster management plan. This is coming in the another management, disaster management, separate level. Or it is not a continuation of business after the disaster removed. No. When disaster is happened and you fix the disaster and then you start in the business. No, business management, BCM is not meaning about that. BCM meaning?
Yes.
during the disaster time, how you can continue your business without stopping. So we will discuss it later on. So next we have the two speakers, interesting section now. Before starting that, I would like to invite TM Venkatesh to explain the timing rules.
Good evening, Toastmasters. For prepared speech, the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes, plus or minus 30 seconds. At 5 minutes, I will show green light, and 6 minutes, I will show yellow light, and 7 minutes, I will show red card light until speaker is finished his topic.
So I would like to welcome TM Ashraf for his project number 2. Before that, TM Ashraf will be evaluating by TM John Thomas. He also just came after the vacation. When I called him, he immediately said yes, of course, I'm not attending the meeting. Thank you, Mr. TM John Thomas. I would like to invite TM John Thomas to explain the
Toastmasters in particular. Toastmasters will be delivering his second speech today. The speech title is about Abu Dhabi. The purpose statements of project number 2 are: the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the member to demonstrate that he or she has applied the feedback received from his first speech. All the best, Toastmaster Ashraf.
I invite TM Ashraf to deliver his project.
First clarification, I think I can continue till 7 minutes, that is.
Yeah, plus or minus.
You can go another 30 seconds.
Any guess what is this? Yeah, it is a womb. The uterus where our mother breasted us before. And what about this? This is the island of Abu Dhabi, by whom we are destined to be nurtured in our productive age, and sometimes we are orgulous about it. Toastmasters evening, fellow Toastmasters. Good evening.
Good evening.
I am going to talk about this piece of land that enables us to elevate our aspirations, our dreams into worldly successes. Some glimpse at the recent past and onwards. Some interesting aspects. First, about the name Abu Dhabi. Have you noticed what is the meaning of the name Abu Dhabi?
I think it's father of deers.
Yeah, father of deer. Yeah, exactly, father of gazelle. Gazelle is a variety of deer found in this region. So this origin of its name is said to be linked to a man who was famous for chasing gazelles in 18th century. Now, about the origin of settlement in this island. We know the story when America was discovered in 16th century. The news spread out throughout Europe, especially in Spain. Even through proclamations in churches and marketplaces. So people started migrating to the new continent in thousands. A similar thing happened to Abu Dhabi also. That was in 1761. Discovery that changed the course of history of this island nation. even far before the discovery of oil. That was the discovery of the most precious thing for the islanders, fresh water. This news spread in the Liwa Oasis region, the western region. People started migrating to this island. They formed a fishing village. They constructed a tower near this freshwater well to protect it, safeguard it from the enemies. And later this area was developed into a fort, the Al-Hussein Fort, which was the ruling headquarters for the first ruler of the Sheikh Shah. We can still see that fort in opposite to Abu Dhabi's Itisalat building in that cultural foundation. Now about Banias tribe. This tribe was a prominent group of people, Arab people in the western region. They had around 20 subsections. One of the subsection, Al-Buf Falah, they migrated to this island. And later, two families from that group got noticed in history. They are Al-Nahyan family, the current rulers of Abu Dhabi, and Al-Maktoum family, the current rulers of Dubai. About pearl trading and pearl harvesting. Until 1930, pearl trading was the main revenue for Abu Dhabi. And ships from around the world used to come and purchase pearl from Abu Dhabi. A pearl harvester dives out of a though, a rope attached to him, another person holding it from the boat. He goes into water and spends even up to 1.5 minutes. Assume the stamina they achieved. They didn't have oxygen cylinders around. So these activities all came to an end by 1930 because of the invention of artificial birds by Japanese. And also because of the Great Depression after World War I. About discovery of oil. It was in 1958 oil was discovered first in Abu Dhabi. In 1962, the first ship carrying crude departed off the coast of Abu Dhabi. And in 1966, Sheikh Said assumed power. These factors, these points started, gave a jump start to the economic wealth of this country. And anyone can assume what is, imagine what is the current per capita GDP of Abu Dhabi. It's 68,000 US dollars, which we can compare to that of US, which is 59,000 US dollars. And that of India is $7,000. So now about crucial state. Abu Dhabi was in a crucial state since the 19th century. That was in an agreement with Britain, like other kingdoms in the area. According to this agreement, Abu Dhabi, the land, the crucial state will be protected by Britain from foreign threats. In return, the crucial state should not allow any foreigners in their land without permission of Britain. So this agreement existed till 1968, by which time they wanted to withdraw from this agreement, and they decided to terminate the agreement, and thus they formed this UAE, the current rules leadership. In conclusion, Abu Dhabi started its journey in history as a pearl trading and fishing village. Even though it didn't have a historical great past like India or Syria or Brazil, currently it is a glittering pearl in the world map, and we can also be proud that we are also part of constructing this country. And currently it is accumulating around 3 billion people, which was only less than 50,000 in the 1950s. So we hope to witness Abu Dhabi crossing many more milestones and still keeping us abreast.
Thank you, T.M. Ashraf, for very new knowledge. they got from it. And we are also happy to be, Abu Dhabi is known as very convenient city in the world. Convenient in the means every things are easily accessible. It's a cross-shaped city, and malls, beaches, all amenities are very accessible by walking distance. We have our advanced project number 3, our President TM Vivek. Before that, I'd like to invite the evaluation TM Jamal Singh.
Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmasters, especially Toastmaster Vivek. Toastmaster Vivek is going to give his advanced speech, speaking to inform, assignment number 3, the demonstration talk. His speech title is Steel Rebar, and the objectives of this speech are: prepare a demonstration speech to clearly explain a process, product, or activity. Conduct the demonstration as a part of a speech delivered without rules. Time allocated 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Vivek.
I invite Toastmaster Vivek for his project number 3.
Everybody can see. You can see.
We should clear it, but we'll be blocking the.
Can you imagine a world without steel? Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters, a warm good evening. Today I am going to tell about steel rebars, commonly known as reinforcement concrete bars, how it is going to manufacture, what is steel bars, where it is going to apply. We, Union Iron and Steel, established in 2006 to provide quality materials, steel materials, to the local UAE, rebar requirement peoples and GCC countries also. This steel rebars, different sizes available, how it is going to manufacture. Our company have a very good technology given by Primetal, which is a joint venture between Siemens Metal Technology and Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. The mill is supplied by the state-of-art technology in processing quality steel rebars. The steel rebars is using in reinforcement concrete. The concrete is having strength, still it doesn't have the tensile stress. The strength of tensiles gives the steel rebars, which is using in the buildings, bridges, apartments, many kind of construction industry, even landscaping. So how it is going to manufacture? What is the raw material using in this rebars? The rebars is produced by steel billets. The steel billets is different size available in the market, which is importing from other countries. What we do, we just time?
No, it's there.
There.
Yes, there.
No, because time is
No, it's
You open
there.
in starting.
I open at the starting.
Okay, continue.
okay. The steel bars made by steel billets, which is showing here. The steel billets is starting to the gas furnace, a natural gas furnace, and heating up to 1200 degree and discharging to the steel rolling stands. The discharging is showing the billets, which is having 150 millimeters by 12 meter length and passing through the rolling mill stands where the rolls are grooved and shaped different sizes, and the hot steel billets passing through the stands, which is get reduced. You can see each stand here, and when it is the size is different, after passing here, the size is getting reduced. Then it goes to, after reduction, there is a final stand which gives the marking in the grooves. It is mentioned and grooved as a mark, and where it is, what qualities, and passing through the cooling water piping systems, which is called thermoprocessing system, water quenching thermoprocessing systems, where the rebars get tempered as per the quality requirement. Then it passes to another stage where it gets cut. First cut at a length of 40 meters. Then it is moved to the cooling bed area where the rebars get cooled. After cooling also, this stage, the degree of rebars is 350. Then it moves to, there is a final cutting where it is required length. Cooling shear it is called, and up to the length of customers where it is cut, and moved to the bundling section through a transfer chains. The transfer chain where each rebars monitored by a laser system and bar counting machine it is called, and it is segregated number of rebars, and it is moved to bundling area as per the requirement. Each bars are different size, like this is 32, then another is 25. So each bundle of the rebars are 2 tons. That is normally required in the market. Then it is moving to this area where the bundling machine is getting tied with the wire rod coil. Then finally it moves to the loading area where each bundle is, you can see, with a tonnage of 2 tons. By using the overhead cranes, it lift up and move to the store areas. This is normally the functions the steel rebar manufacturers. Now we have different type of qualities, which is British standard, American standard, and ISO standards. Each standards are available, and it is certified by the world-renowned certification agency CARES UK for building and construction materials. Now, after that, it is also giving, our company is giving good services, especially in the pricing, quality, and after-sales services. I think you have to understand how the manufacturing in a short 5 minutes. I will give you the videos later stage.
How do you prime or just having the black steel or you paint it?
No.
It is galvanized here.
This is just for purpose not to get rusted.
Yeah. But you don't galvanize.
No.
So water can be placed here.
The delivery will not be there.
If you order now, you will get some discount.
Yes, of course. Thank you very much.
I believe our person is not a salesperson. One mysterious thing about steel. To form a steel, it requires around 6,000 degrees Celsius. This water.
Say 1,000
This
one,
from the earth we are digging and getting.
No, but it is
iron.
melting temperature is 1,360. Melting temperature. 1,360 degree to melt.
This is just only heating.
It is for
Isolation.
because it becomes plastic at 1,200.
Yeah, but to form a iron on the earth,
Yeah. It takes years.
6,000
Yes.
years, something like
You put
that.
iron ores.
Okay, thank you, Kim. You were such a wonderful and useful. It's actually a study speech.
Really process.
So before going to the evaluation, the timers can explain.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Toastmaster Ashraf, he took 7.07 minutes. He is qualified. And Toastmaster Vivek, he took 7.28 minutes. He is qualified.
There is no voting. So advanced there is no voting.
For advanced speech, there is no voting, so
So we know who is the best speaker.
we know the and it was a wonderful, our own place where we stay in Abu Dhabi, we came to know. Coming to the next session for evaluation section, I'd like to invite TM John Thomas to evaluate TM Ashraf for his project number 2.
Toastmaster of the evening, fellow members, Toastmaster Ashraf in particular, one good evening once again. Toastmaster Ashraf has successfully completed his second project. He has met all the objectives specified in the manual. And if you ask me to highlight the good things about the speech, the most important thing which I consider is the opening of the speech. He has shown us a picture of home, which is, and from there we started talking about Abu Dhabi. It was a bit shocking, but he successfully turned around that shock to a topic of everybody's interest, a good opening. And the same way, he closed the speech very well. It was a beautiful opening, beautiful closing of the speech. Now, if you dissect the speech, the points, the important points is the speech was clear. The topic he has picked up is of everybody's interest, because being in this country, this is our second mother. This country has given us a lot. So knowing about the history of Abu Dhabi is of everybody's interest. So he has picked up a topic which generates an interest in all the audience. He has successfully accomplished the target of that reception of the audience. and he was very confident on the stage. He was having a very high level of comfort. I hope he has applied, because I did not see whatever feedback he got from his previous speech. I assume that he has read that well and applied all those recommendations given by the previous evaluator. And eye contact, he has done it well. He has looked at everybody during the whole speech. Few suggestions, the few points I picked up are, he was mentioning some headings while speaking about Abu Dhabi, about pearl trading, about oil trading. This is not, you are not reading from a piece of paper. You are not prepared a essay and reading from a piece of paper. So avoid that subheadings when you deliver a speech, because you lose your continuity. The second thing is the vocal variety. It was more or less a monotonous tone. From the starting till the end, there was no variation in your tone, volume. And the third thing is your hand gestures and the stage movement. Hand gestures, it was the same pattern. Your hands were moving. Whenever you move your hand, it was just moving in the same pattern. And you are more or less standing at one point in the stage. So if you just correct these few things, I'm sure you can give a wonderful third speech. Back to you.
I think I didn't invite timer to explain evaluation time rules.
There are experienced evaluators.
That's why. So as a protocol or procedure, we can.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We can
Toastmaster John Thomas to 3.12 minutes.
What is the
Time, what's the time?
minimum rules?
So minimum is
For evaluation.
rules of
2 to 3 minutes. So you already finished.
As a protocol, you have to just.
Okay. Evaluator time is 2 to 3 minutes plus or minus 30 seconds. At 2 minutes time, I will show green light. At 2.5 minutes, I will show yellow light. At 3 minutes, I will show red light, and red light remains till the speaker finishes his speech.
Can switch off the red light. So I'd like to invite TM Jamal Sidra for the evaluation of TM advanced speech 3.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow members, especially Toastmaster Vivek. Good evening once again. Toastmaster Vivek today talked to us about the process of fabricating a steam part. The topic is relevant to all of us. Everyone, in a certain moment of time, decided to build a house. So really we need to know whether the rebar steel are of good quality or not. Very good speech. The process, this is the first time someone explained to us the process from the start till the end, with pictures, with clarifications, with some more information about the different details. So there was huge information in this speech. And of course, this is an advanced speech, so I'm not going to talk about the quality of a speech by Toastmaster Vivek, because he's an experienced speaker. The process was clear to us. He brought to us a piece that he's going to demonstrate, to show us. See, someone coming from his office with some steel bar in his bag, it's not easy. That's the dedication.
Security weakness.
Maybe, yeah, he crossed so many difficulties to bring these pieces here. So really, that's very, very much appreciated. The demonstration, we all now know about the process. I think the understanding